Hello and welcome to Survivors of the Dawn. This is a run-based bullet heaven experience. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This is our first character that we have access to right here. You have another two that you can't actually access just yet, but, well, hopefully we're going to be able to unlock them at some point. And they look suspiciously like stormtroopers, so I can only hope that they're not actually going to be terrible at aiming at the opponent. You can play on 3 different difficulties once you have obviously completed the previous one. So in other words, Inferno right now I only have access to easy. So let's do this. So you can see here that we have a wide variety of different places that we can choose from. I'm going to try to aim for the treasure up here because usually what you want to do is you want to try to go for artifacts and various other upgrades as soon as possible. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now you can aim in this game. So as you can see right here, I'm actually aiming at these opponents. Personally for me, in these kinds of experiences, I actually do not like manual aiming. I much prefer doing automatic because I'm a bit lazy when it comes to that, and I actually prefer the way that that works. But that's obviously just me. Maybe if you want to, do that the normal way, then you can obviously do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to go for laser sabers. Let's go for laser sabers. I'm actually just going to activate automatic targeting here because it is just a little bit easier for me to work with that. And you can also obviously choose your upgrades with the keyboard. So you don't even have to use your mouse at all if you don't want to. So we're going to go for critical damage right here because obviously being able to critically damage is going to make so much difference to how much damage we can do later on down the line when we have actually gained a good amount of critical chance. And that's going to make a massive, massive difference. So here's the thing. You have a certain period of, well, shall we say, time to exist on a particular level. Or you have to kill a certain amount of troops. Well, enemies in this case. Or you have to do a certain objective. And there's a number of different things that you can obviously do. Obviously, you can visit shops here as well. And you can, of course, pick up things and so on and so forth. I'm just going to get the raising the attack speed thing there. 25% increased attack speed is definitely something that we want. But yeah, basically, you just want to try to complete the objectives as best you can. You see these gold things on the floor, by the way? That's money. So we probably want to try to pick those up as best we can. The magnetic field is definitely going to be something that I'd like to go for, but I'm also thinking that maybe what we want to do is we want to go for reducing our cooldowns, because that's going to be something that is really going to make a huge difference. So I'm going to reduce our cooldowns for the moment. Hopefully that's going to make a big difference. Now later on down the line, I've actually done a completely full run of this level, and it is insane. The amount of enemies you're going to actually get to fight. They are absolutely just incredible. There are so many enemies that will be coming at you later on that if you don't have the right things at the right time, you're going to have some issues. We're going to go for critical damage. There we go. Sounds like a good idea. Oh yeah, by the way, these things right here, these are like little circles that you can stand in, and if you kill a certain amount of enemies in these circles, you gain a buff of some kind. Most of the time, from what I've seen, you gain movement speed, and I think it only lasts for that particular level. I don't think it actually lasts for other levels after that. Anyway, I'm going to go for Mercenary's Fortune again here because I just want to increase my critical chance as much as possible. I have 4 seconds. There we go. We were able to do it, and then I increased my my wonderful my wonderful critical chance right there, and I can just pick up a couple of extra things. One thing that they don't do, by the way, is they do not give you experience or gold. They don't draw it all towards you at the very end of the level. So you're going to have to be efficient in picking that up, as far as I can tell. But obviously I have 5.6k right now in terms of cash. So I'm going to just go into the item shop here. And as you can see, I can buy this. Execute any enemy on hit if its HP is lower than 8%. That's actually incredible. So we're going to just buy that straight away. Can't say no to that. I think that that's absolutely incredible. Because later on down the line, it says any enemy. That means that even a boss, right? Even a boss that you come up against, you're going to have a wonderful time just executing them once they get to a certain HP level. We should also go to the armory over here too, because there's a bunch of passive upgrades that you can also gain. As you can see right here, we're going to go and get piercing and the fire rate as well. Let's face it, we are going to need those. We are definitely going to need those. Now, obviously, as time goes on, you're going to start to get these really crazy upgrades, and we're just going to continue getting critical damage as much as possible, because whenever I critical, I want to do insane damage. I literally just want to obliterate high health targets, because in the end, there's going to be so many high health enemies, we are going to need it. We really will need it. Okay, I'm going to probably increase pierce count here, because we're using kind of like a shotgun right now, and if I can pierce more enemies, this is really going to make a huge difference. I'm actually taking massive damage right now as well, which is really not very good. So I should probably be a little bit more careful here, because I really do not want to die. Okay, so these are upgrades that are different, basically different weapons, different weapon types. I'm thinking I'm probably going to use the missile launcher here, so we're going to go for that. And hopefully that's going to do quite well for us. I've got to be careful here. You can also use a dodge. There is a dodging function as well by pressing space. So there is a modicum of skill that is available here to use if you so desire. There's also another item here. I should probably get this if I can. No, I cannot, unfortunately. Yep, nope, can't do that. And the item does disappear if you can't pick it up, of course. So another critical chance. Yeah, we'll go for critical chance. I want to be able to critical hit much more often. Let's be careful here. You can also pick up health from a variety of different locations on the level as well. So it's not actually just a case of you being at, 40% HP or whatever I'm at right now and being unable to repair yourself. No, you can actually get repaired. I'm going to go for more laser saber projectiles right here. And as you saw right there, I think I actually just picked up I picked up some health, and now I actually just killed one of the elite enemies. I think it's a mini-boss, maybe a regular boss. I don't think it is actually a real boss. It's more like a mini-boss, really, but we killed one of those, and as you can see, we now have the ability to pick one of these. So what do we want to go for? 10% attack damage on enemy with 10% chance, 25% attack damage on enemies with 90% health. In other words, you're going to be able to one-shot enemies much easier, which I'm thinking is probably going to be what we'll take, because then I can do even more damage to people when I've just hit them. If you're going for a build that is a lot more attack speed based, then you probably want to be a bit more careful with that. It's probably not going to be that useful to go for, a bounty like that. Anyway, we're just going to go for the treasure right here. Now, this is really good because look at how much gold there is. Look at how much gold there is on the floor. I'm going to be picking all of it up. Thank you very much. Yes, let's get it all. Thank you. Let's go. This is going to be insane. Just look at my money in the top right of the screen as well. We literally have 3.1k. We started with 900 or something like that. And you're going to get to see just how much we can actually make. Oh yeah, I should also activate my auto-targeting. It doesn't remember that I had auto-targeting on before, so you're going to have to press that every single time, which is fine. It's just control. You just press left control, and it's very easy to enable that. Anyway, 5.8k we have right now, 6k. I think I get like 300 gold every single time we go into one of these gold piles right here. And obviously you do have these other locations that you can go to. For example, this salvage right here. So salvage areas are basically these things that require you to stay in them for quite some time. So obviously if you're being overrun or you don't feel particularly confident in your attack damage, obviously as you can see right here, we're having some problems. Okay, I'm going to go for more projectiles here for the moment. You can see we're now being surrounded, and there's a boss. There is a boss with 120,000 HP. Hopefully I'm not going to die from him, and I can just run away from it. And there's the salvage now done, and now I can pick this up, and this is going to be a wonderful upgrade for us, or at least hopefully a wonderful upgrade. So we're going to go for assassinating elite enemies. I'm actually taking so much damage that I might even end up dying here. Hopefully I won't. As I said to you before, I actually did manage to complete a full run of this, so I'm actually going to be quite surprised if we don't actually get a little bit further than this, to be fair. But, well, let's just see what happens. Because at the moment, it's not looking particularly good, I gotta say, because we are being surrounded by these enemies here, and the boss is right on top of me right now, so I've got to be super careful. Let's go for some more projectiles for the missile launcher. Let's go for some more projectiles for the laser saber. Ah, there we go. The ring of enemies has now been completely eliminated, thankfully, because of course they have a duration, so they are eventually going to leave you alone if you can survive that period of time. Thankfully, it seems as though we should be okay here. I just need to be really careful. There is actually an upgrade that I would have liked to have gotten a particular weapon. I think it's like a laser like a circle thing that just rotates around you over and over again, and it's absolutely insane. It's really amazing. We're going to go for rewind once again. Double rewind, so we've now got 12% cooldown reduction, and we're going to go for another one of these. So now here's output enhancer. This is going to be really, really useful for us. +1 projectile for grenade launcher, ballistic knives, laser saber, and missile launcher. We are using 2 of those. We're using laser saber and missile launcher, so this is going to be really, really good. We're going to take it. It's going to spawn after 5 minutes. I'm actually not entirely sure what that means. I don't think I've ever taken this before, so I guess we're going to see, right? I guess we're going to see. Anyway, let's go for more attack damage right there. And we gain a movement speed boost as well on top of that, and we can go for some more salvage. I don't think I'm actually going to be in time to get this salvage, unfortunately. In my opinion, salvage areas are probably the most important, unless you have a massive amount of money. If you have a lot of money, then armory areas are much, much better, because the armory is going to enable you to get really, really big passive bonuses for your main weapon mostly, but they're really useful. So it's probably a good idea. Anyway, there we go. We were actually able to do it, amazingly enough. Okay, so what do we want to go for? Well, I'm thinking we'll probably go for 3 HP restored per each damage taken. I'm actually not entirely sure what that even means. I guess we'll take it and we'll see what happens. Maybe it means that whenever I take damage, I'm going to restore myself with 3 HP. I guess that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Anyway, I'm going to go to the shop right here, and then there's another treasure level, and then there's something else. And by the way, the shop is not actually a shop. It is a shop where there are more places to buy, but there's also enemies. So, you know, there's a bunch of stuff here. So as you can see right here. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, no, we don't want that. Probably want the tool belt. 3% chance to drop a bomb on nearby enemies. That sounds pretty good too. Okay, so we'll go for two of these. And the tool belt is going to enable me to have an additional weapon as well once we reach level 50. I am currently level... What level am I? 22. I am level 22, so that's not particularly good. But we will eventually reach level 50, I suppose. It's just going to take me some time. But I'm going to try to go over to the armory here. I don't really have that much cash, do I? Because I just spent a huge amount of it on the tool belt. May have been a better idea to actually save that for the armory here, because as you can see, these are quite expensive. So I'm going to go for main weapon projectile count, and we're going to go for fire rate. And that's all I can actually go for, unfortunately. I will try to pick up some more money here, but this is obviously not the level for it. You're going to get very, very little money. Is there a salvage area, by the way? I don't see any salvage areas, unfortunately. Going to go for some more critical damage, because the more critical damage I can get, the more we are just going to one-shot enemies, and that's exactly what we want to do, because generally I feel like one-shotting enemies is probably going to be the best possible thing we can go for, because obviously if you can eliminate people in fewer attacks, it's going to make you just that much safer. So that's the hope, at least, you know. That is the hope. We only have to survive 2 minutes here as well, so we don't really have to worry too much about that. And you can see here just how easy that is. But here's the thing. You do have to kind of balance how many enemies you kill. Because here's the thing. Obviously, I'm killing enemies all the time right here, right? But that's the thing. If I run away, or if I try to, you know, maintain myself at a relatively long distance away, so I don't have to deal with enemies attempting to kill me, then I'm not going to get as much experience. And that's obviously something to bear in mind too, because then I'm going to be losing a significant portion of damage, potentially, because I'm not getting as much experience by being further away from the action, if you see what I mean. So that's actually a pretty big deal. Anyway, we're just going to have a look at the shop here. Okay, what do we get? Okay, we could actually... Oh, Will of Dawn actually seems really good. We could go for the... Oh, no, we can't go for the output enhancer. We could also increase main weapon attack damage, which might actually make sense. Yeah, all of these are really good, actually. I want to go for this. I also want to go for assassinating elite enemies, because you get plus 8% per stack, and we already have one of these. So if I get another one, it means that when we get an enemy to 16%... an elite enemy to 16%, they're just going to die. They're just going to die instantly, so that's really, really effective. So I'm thinking we'll probably just take that, even though I wanted the health regen, but I can only hope that we're not going to take too much damage. Anyway, there you go. That level is done. That level is done. So now we're going to go on to another treasure level, and obviously, as I said before, this is absolutely perfect for if you want to make money. And so, obviously, it's also good for salvage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get to these places and just get the salvage as soon as possible, because that's going to give me artifacts. It's going to give me the ability to improve my character in a fundamental fashion. Oh, there's another salvage right there. Okay, that's really impressive. Okay, there's 3 very close to me. Okay, so we'll reduce cooldowns once again. I just want to try to attack as much as possible. That's pretty much what I'm hoping for right here. I'm taking big damage as well from these explosive guys, because there are a bunch of enemies around here that actually explode on you when they get close by. So that's obviously a thing. Anyway, this is actually fantastic. Slowing enemies by 5% every single time you hit them. Obviously, it's not that much at the moment, but 5% can really make a big difference, at least until you get another one of those. There's some healing over here, which I wouldn't mind getting. There we go, got it. Now let's just try and survive here. I mean, there are going to be so many enemies coming at us real fast here. Okay, so we'll go for some more cooldowns. And we will just wait here and hope that there aren't going to be more explosive guys coming in too soon. There we go, we did that. Okay, let's get this. Okay, what are we going to get? Ooh, okay, I think we could go for this. Per 250 enemies killed. Could be useful. 1% chance to reset weapons cooldown per each hit on enemy. 5-second cooldown. Might be good. Gonna go for that, so that we can actually reset. Because every single time we launch our missiles, we have a 1% chance per hit. Is that true? I think per hit, right? So 1% chance per hit. So if I shoot off, I don't know, 10 missiles, then I have a 10% chance, if that's how it works, that is, to reset the cooldowns of my weapons. And that's obviously going to be exceedingly good if we can actually make that work for us. Of course, we do have the ability to hopefully get this salvage here as well. And we also have our final rank of Rewind. Let's do it. There we go. Final rank of Rewind. So we now have, what is it, 6 times 4 percentage reduction. So that's actually really nice. Unfortunately, it seems like I can't get this thing in here, because it is actually stuck in the... it's stuck in the environment. No. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Oh, well, never mind. The game is in early access, by the way, so you just got to bear in mind that there will be some bugs here and there. But, yeah, that's actually kind of harsh, because I was hopeful that I'd be able to get that. Oh, no, I might actually end up dying here. I hope not. Okay, well, I'm just going to try to stand round about here. Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay, there we go. Are there any other salvage areas around here? I don't think so somehow, right? I think I might actually die. I think I might actually die. I might actually be dying. Oh no. Let's run. Let's run over this way. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go for this, I guess. Okay, we got to be super careful. Oh no. I am so low in HP right now. 83 HP. That is basically one explosion. So if I do take damage from any of these explosive guys, we're dead. Okay, I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Don't die. Don't die. No, nope. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you very much. Get out of here. Alright. Nice. I managed to survive. Okay. Whew. That was close. Almost died right there. That was really, really way too close. And now we've got an unknown section. So we do get restored in HP every single time we go into a new level. Obviously, as you've seen before, you can very easily die on any of the levels. So, you know, just bear that in mind. Anyway, I have no idea what this is. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. So basically these are kind of like advantage, disadvantage. So basically they give you a little bit of lore here, and then you can choose something. So for example, you get 20% additional attack damage, but you lose 10% max HP. Or you gain 10% max HP, but lose 20% attack damage. I'm going to gain the 20% additional attack damage and lose 10% HP. In my opinion, that is just far and away the best thing to go for here. And we're going to have to kill a boss on this level and also survive 3 minutes. That is what we have to do. So it's going to be a bit dicey, you know, a bit dicey. So I'm not sure whether we're going to be able to, but I have 10,000 to spend, so maybe I'm going to be able to do something here. Mercenaries mark, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for that. That means that enemies within 5 meters, we do 15% additional damage to them. whenever they're really, really close to us. And now let's see what else we can get here. Gain 10,000 credits, but boss health up. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, why not? Yep, I'm perfectly fine with that. 10%, I mean, really, 10,000 credits for 10% health? I don't really care about that. That's not really going to make any difference to how effective I am at killing the boss, in my opinion, at least. So, hopefully we'll be fine. Let's just cross our fingers and hope. Oh, he has a massive amount of HP. Okay, maybe 10% actually did make a difference. Maybe it did make a difference. Okay, well, he's literally just run into me right now, and he is literally just dying. So, I mean, I have no idea how he took so much damage, to be honest. Okay, they're all moving towards me right now. This is real bad. Okay, dodge out of the way. Let's not take too much damage from him, please. Okay, let's just get out of here. He's still doing damage to me, but I should be fine if I can just... There we go. All I needed to do was just survive just a little bit longer. Let's just continue dodging out of the way of his charge. That's what we need to do. Okay, here we go. We've reached another one of these things. Oh, no. Okay, what are we going to get? What kind of choice do we have? Oh, yeah. 20%. Yep, come on now. 20% additional attack damage. Please give me another one of those. Let's just dodge out of the way of this. We are going to turn into an absolute powerhouse if they give me this all the time. Okay, let's just avoid that as well. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, whoa, we can increase our laser saber even more? I actually thought it only went to level 6, but apparently it goes much, much further. That's nice. Okay, what else do we have here? All right, let's have a look. Come on, come on. Whoa, what's this? Are you serious? Enemy spawn multiplier increases by 10%. Let's do it. I'm taking something very risky right here. This is really risky. 10% increased spawn multiplier. That means more enemies, and I could potentially die as a result of this. But I'm taking something quite risky here. I think it's quite fun, though. Ow. Took massive damage there. Okay, let's be careful. I'm almost done, actually. The enemy boss is almost dead. Just gotta be careful about... Ooh, there we go. Whew. He actually charged at me at the very end there, but I managed to avoid him just about. Let's go for some more critical chance. Let's go for some more ballistic knives. And then let's have a look at what we can get. Oh yeah, Martial is what we're going to go for here. You could go for Vigor Injection, which is going to obviously give you max HP increase if the enemy dies in the 2-meter radius, which might actually make sense. Do you think I should take that? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking we're just going to double down on damage. We're just going to double down on damage as much as possible. I think that we're probably going to have a much better, you know, time of things if we don't do that. Because we're literally going to have the ability to just murder everything in sight. So, I think that seems like a better idea at least. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But maybe I'm going to regret it in due time. Anyway, let's have a look. Shops have an additional weapon modifier, but elite enemy's health is increased by 10%. Okay. Sure. I don't really care either way, to be honest. This was a really harsh one, though, as you could see. Okay, let's just go in here and get this item. Vendetta once again. Yeah, nice. That's going to definitely help us out. And let's just continue to move into these guys, try to get some more experience before the level ends, because it is just about to. There we go. It's done. Can I get this? Yeah, I can. Nice. Mercenary's Mark, another one. So we've got 30% increased damage whenever an enemy is close to us. So that's really nice too. Anyway, here we go. We've got treasure. There is a boss at the very end of this, by the way. So let's try to power up as best we can by looting as much of this as we can get our hands on. It's really going to make a huge difference to us. Okay, here we go. Oh, we got these explosive guys again. Okay. I might have to play a little bit more conservatively. Oh wow, yeah, this is harsh. Oh, laser beam is actually fantastic. I'm gonna take laser beam. So this is the thing that I was talking about before. It's this massive laser beam that actually surrounds you and just continues circling you over and over again. I think I might actually die on this one. I think I might be dead. Yeah, I think I might be dead. There's not much I can do, unfortunately. I would love to actually like not die, but I think I am actually gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah, okay. Yeah, so there you go. That is indeed a game over, unfortunately. However, look at this. We now have this many bounty bits, and this enables me to buy all kinds of upgrades. So you can take things like credit income, pickup range being increased, experience, movement speed, attack speed, reducing cooldowns, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pickup, and we're going to take experience gain, and we're going to take, we should probably take some attack speed as well, shouldn't we? And that's pretty much all I can take. But yeah, so that's basically the game. That is pretty much the game. And as you can see, I actually unlocked the next character. So you can see here that I am now able to use the machine gun. I have no idea what this is even, but this seems pretty fun. And they do have different statistics as well, as you can see on the left there. This fellow has much lower critical damage, but his... what's the difference with this guy, actually? He has very low, well, offensive stats, but I think that his projectile count is very different. Yeah, as you can see. This has 0 knockback chance, basically. Okay, let's actually just try it out real fast. Let's just actually see what's going on with that. But yeah, as you can see, you start all the way back here, and you're just going to have to go through all of these levels and then just see what happens. But yeah, look at this. This is what this particular weapon is like now. So it's got a long range in comparison to the shotgun, but it also has a relatively long reload time as well. So that's obviously something to bear in mind. Anyway, yeah, we also have the laser beam straight away here. If I'd gotten the laser beam a little bit earlier on in the run, I probably would have been able to go a little further, because it is just very, very strong. I had this in the time where I actually succeeded and won the entire game. So, well, not the entire game, but this run. I was able to, you know, win this run. So, yeah, that's that would have probably made sense. Anyway, we'll go for some more attack damage here. What do we have over here? What is this? Oh, movement speed boost. Oh, okay, I see. And we also have some salvage over here too. But yeah, I think you understand what the game's all about. It's kind of a really, really cool combination of roguelikes and bullet heaven, and there are so many enemies on the screen at any one time, as you've no doubt seen, and it gets even crazier. It gets even crazier. I know. It's actually just mind-boggling to assume that it will get crazier. Gonna go for some experience increase actually on this one. Maybe we can level up just that much quicker. Who knows? Maybe that's gonna make a bit of difference. Okay, so we'll go for not critical damage, but we'll go for attack damage, because critical is not really gonna help me that much in my opinion. Let's go for some more attack damage right there as well. And I think that's gonna make more sense. What I really do want to get though is piercing. I want to get piercing as best as we can. Let's increase the main weapon's attack speed. I think the main weapon is actually going to be one of the main damaging things for us on this run. Let's go for this. It's going to be regenerating my HP. That's going to be super, super useful for us. And salvage is obviously going to come in mighty handy as well. Let's just try to make sure that I continue picking up this gold here. You can see here just how effective the lasers actually are. And you can continue to increase the lasers up to, I think, like 9 or 10 different lasers or something like that. It's going to be insane. It really is. It's going to be absolutely incredible later on in the game, where you just have a swirling mass of death around you. It's so fun. It really is. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, there we go. There's another one. And let's go for Mercenary's Mark, I guess. Yeah, Mercenary's Mark sounds pretty good to me. And yeah, before I actually get carried away, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. So if you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.